Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Yakima SkinnyWarrior Roof Cargo Basket right here on our 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. Your Pathfinder is a pretty big vehicle. It's really cool too. You have a lot of seats, you can have a lot of cargo space too, but what if you need to carry other items for your adventures? Let's say you have your suitcases, your luggage, your gear for hiking, for camping, and you don't want to store them inside your nice clean vehicle. What you then need is another cargo option. So this is a roof cargo basket, which allows you to carry those items on top of your roof. But something special about the SkinnyWarrior is it's really small, and then you can use your roof for other accessories too. So we'll take a look at some specs and measurements, but we'll focus on your Pathfinder to see if it's the best fit for you, your adventures, and your vehicle. The first thing we need to talk about though is what type of roof rack do you have? So we have the factory roof rack here, and this has 165 pound weight capacity. Now you can also get aftermarket roof racks for your Nissan Pathfinder. Definitely check those out right here at eTrailer. Those usually give you a little bit of an overhang, which means you can also mount your basket a little bit further out past your vehicle. But this is probably going to be the smallest or shortest roof rack we can get on here. So let's talk about those specs. So I left one of our clamps uninstalled just to show you how easy that is. So to get this onto your crossbars, you line it up with this tab here, and then you tighten down that nut on top. So that's going to secure the clamp in the closed position if you have it lined up right. So once you have all 8 of these nuts clamped down, so you have 2 per clamp, and make sure it's all secure, then your SkinnyWarrior is super sturdy on your roof rack. Let's take some measurements to see how much space does it take up. From end of one clamp to the end of the other, it sits at about 13¼ inches. Now the basket itself takes up a little bit more room than that, but this will help you figure out how much space to take up on your crossbar and if you have space for other accessories. Here on our Pathfinder, we definitely have space for, let's say, another cargo basket or even a kayak. Now let's talk about roof clearances. So our first measurement is going to be from the top of the roof to the bottom of the clamp. We have 3¼ inches. This is right before the ridge, and that's helpful because then we have a lot of space for getting those clamps lined up and tightened down. The next measurement is how much height does this add to the top of our roof. So I'm going to measure from our roof to the top of the basket itself, and it sits at around 12 inches or 1 foot. So you can see it's a very low profile basket. Once you have your cargo on top of there though, you are going to have a little bit more height. But if you have just a basket, you're going to be curious about, will it fit inside my garage? Will it fit underneath my garage door? That's how much height it adds. The basket itself is 23 inches wide, so I have it mounted all the way to the end of our factory crossbars as far out as I can get it. So you can see here where it sits kind of inside of the rails of your Pathfinder. This is something to keep in mind when you're loading things up. Can you get into there? Can you get your equipment up there? As we stand onto our lever, I can kind of get most halfway through the basket, which will be helpful when tying things down. So this is the 58-inch long SkinnyWarrior. You can actually get the extension to get it longer if you need a little bit more space. But let's take a look at our clearances here on our Pathfinder. As you can see, we have plenty of clearance from our spoiler to the end of the basket, so no interference there. If you do get the longer extension though, you can see how it might be a little bit too long unless you adjust the clamps themselves to make up for that extra length. The basket itself has a weight capacity of 165 pounds, but it also weighs about 23 pounds. This is important information because you have to think about your actual roof rack capacity. In our case here, this weighs 165 pounds, so deduct the weight of your basket itself, and that will help you figure out how much cargo can you actually carry. Yakima usually does a really good job when it comes to the polish or the finish on their products. So here you can see how we have that durable steel construction. That's going to be the inside of the basket. On the outside, we have this black powder coat finish. We've had the SkinnyWarrior for a while here at etrailer. We put it through some adventures, and you can see here that even if we have scratches, that powder coat helps hide those scratches. You can also pick up just a black paint pen if you do have scratches, just to maintain that corrosion resistance if you do have this outside. This SkinnyWarrior includes everything you need to tighten it down. We have clamps, we don't need tools, we don't need wrenches, but there are some extra accessories that I recommend adding to this just to make your life a little bit easier. One is going to be the tire step. This is going to give you a little extra height, especially helpful when you have to reach the back of the basket. Another thing is going to be straps. Please pick up a pair of straps here at etrailer. We have etrailer cam buckle straps. Comes as 2, you can get 4 as well. Definitely helpful when tying that cargo down. I usually recommend the Moki door step, but this actually doesn't fit the Nissan Pathfinder, so your tire step is going to be the easiest thing when it comes to that height and traction. So my final thoughts about the Yakima SkinnyWarrior is it's a really good pairing with the Nissan Pathfinder, especially when you have the factory roof rack. Since that factory roof rack is on the short side, you don't have much overhang, it's nice to have short and skinny accessories like these because then you can carry more, but you're not really compromising on cargo space. You've got a good amount of size of a basket here. If you want to check out other details, we have them on our product page. Well, hopefully this video helped you out with the different specs, the different measurements in relation to the Pathfinder. That way you can see if it's the right fit for you and whatever cargo you're carrying on your own vehicle. And that was a look right here at our Yakima SkinnyWarrior Roof Cargo Basket here on our 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. My name is Evangeline and I hope you enjoyed the journey.